Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to cover the play A Dance of Forests written by Wole Soyinka, the very famous Nigerian writer, playwright and novelist. As I always say, please do prepare thoroughly for any of the exam, competitive or subjective. These are the novels that you are going to cover: Grain of Wheat, Dance of Forests, then Ice Candy Man by Vapsi Sidhwa, A House for Mr. Biswas by V.S. Naipaul, The Solid Mandala by Patrick White, and The Stone Angel Margaret Lawrence. We are going to cover today A Dance of Forests. Other than this, we will do some poetry of Derek Walcott and Edward Braithwaite too. These are the videos of rest of the respective novels: Grain of Wheat, Ice Candy, Patrick White, House for Mr. Biswas, and The Stone Angel. You can get the same link in description and revise these topics, these novels in short. The first thing that you need to know about this play: this is historical, this is moral, and this is political. So these three words you can write in introduction. A Dance of Forests, written by Wole Soyinka, a historical, moral, and political play. 1960s में first time perform हुआ था. That also you need to write in your exam. The Dance of Forest was performed for the first time during Nigeria's independence and explored many issues related to independent moment in Nigeria, relation of tradition to the history and Nigerian politics. नाइजीरिया की हिस्ट्री, नाइजीरिया के पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम, सब कुछ दिखाता है ये. In this place, Soyinka seems to stress or emphasize that it is the duty of Nigerians actually to get rid of the evil out of the society. No one else can do it. The play warns to the people of Nigeria that if they do not remain alert, history will repeat itself and people would repeat their mistakes. So they need to be alert, they need to be assertive, they need to pull the evil out of the society. A little more introduction about it. The play is a socio-political commentary set in 1960 as part of celebration of Nigeria's independence. One of the most recognized of Wole Soyinka's plays, and it was presented at the Nigerian independence celebrations in 1960, and later on it was published as a book also in 1963. This writer was born in 1934. Birth year जरूर याद रखिए हर writer का. And received the Nobel Prize in 1986. So these 2 years will make a good introduction of the writer. Nigerian playwright and political activist Wole Soyinka received Nobel Prize 1986, born 1934 in Abeokuta near Ibadan into a Yoruba family. Nigerian playwright, novelist, poet, essayist in the English language. Let us summarize some of his works and achievements. As I told you, 1986 Nobel Prize in Literature. Many of you must have heard about this very famous poetry telephone conversation. It was based upon racism. Then the novels Interpreters and Season of Enemy. Then plays A Dance of Forest, something we are going to cover today. Congi's Harvest, Madmen and Specialists, Death and the King's Horseman. So ये सारे works आप याद रखिए. This will make a very good introduction of him. Let us go for the story now. There is a deity, Aruni. Aruni नाम की एक deity है, एक goddess है, forest god of Yoruba community people. The deity Aruni summons a dead man and a dead women to a tribal assembly. एक ट्राइबल असेंबली, एक ट्राइबल मीटिंग होने जा रही है और डेटी दो लोगों को चूज करती है. वन इज अ डेड मैन, वन इज अ डेड women. Aruni, the goddess Aruni, picks the deceased couple to attend the festival rather than inviting more prominent ancestors, since they were wrong. These two people were wronged by numerous of the play's living human characters in previous birth. Deity Aruni कब्र में से, ग्रेव में से इन दो लोगों को बुलाती है और चाहती है कि आजकल के प्रेजेंट टाइम में ये उन सब लोगों से मिले जिन्होंने प्रीवियस बर्थ में इन दोनों के साथ कुछ गलत किया था. So a dead man and a dead woman emerge from their burial, from their grave in the middle of a forest at the beginning of the play. बिगिनिंग ऑफ द प्ले में यही होता है, एक डेड मैन और डेड वुमेन अपनी कब्र में से बाहर आते हैं एंड दे इम्प्लोर द ऑनलुकर्स, आसपास जो भी लोग आ जा रहे हैं उनसे बोलते हैं कि प्लीज टेक आवर केस, हमारा एक केस है, हमारा एक इशू है, प्लीज टेक दैट केस, please listen to us. In a previous life, the man and women were a captain and his wife, respectively, who were tortured and executed by an emperor named Mata Karibu and his queen known by the name Madame Tortoise. तो इन दोनों को किसी तरीके का टॉर्चर मिला था by the hands of Mata Karibu and Madame Tortoise in the previous birth. Now we will meet four more characters: Rola, Adenebe, Egboreko and Demoke. एक बार नाम फिर से सुन लीजिए: रोला, Adenebe, Egboreko and Demoke. These are the four characters: Rola, Adenebe, Egboreko and Demoke. Rola, a prostitute formerly known as Madame Tortoise. Madame Tortoise का ही rebirth है, and a queen from the previous life. Adenebe was a court historian during the reign of माता खारीबू. माता खारीबू के शासन के टाइम पर ये एक कोर्ट हिस्टोरियन थे और अब एक काउंसिल ओरेटर है. Now let us come to Egobero, who served as a soothsayer to Mata Karibu. Soothsayer ऐसे लोग जो किंग और क्वीन की प्रेज में कुछ गाने गाते हैं और उनके भविष्य के बारे में बताते हैं. So in the past life he acted as a soothsayer to Mata Karibu in a past life and performs the same function in this life as well. Now there is a person Demoke who is a carver who was formerly a poet in the court. All these people arrive in the forest. Rola, Adenebe, Egoberoko, Demoke, these two dead people, dead man and women, and we come to know about the past of Mata Karibu and Madame Tortoise. Now comes one more character, Obaniji. Obaniji, a different figure, is actually the forest head. Forest के head है, forest के सरपंच है, forest के goddess है. Wearing a human disguise. Human disguise में यहाँ पर आते हैं. He requests that everyone should participate in a welcome dance for the dead man and women. ये dead man और women जो आए हैं इस forest में, सबको implore करते हैं कि इन दोनों को welcome किया जाए. Now starts part 2 of the play. In part 2 of the play, we reached 800 years ago, 800 years back, and we see the court of Mata Karibu and Madame Tortoise. The court of Mata Karibu, where the deceased couple once resided, serves as the new backdrop of part 2 of the drama, which jumps backwards 8 centuries. Mata Karibu wants to start a pointless war. हमारे ये जो डेड पर्सन है, he was once upon a time very brave warrior, very brave soldier. माता करीबू being a king, उनको wars करने की आदत है. He wants to start a pointless war with a neighboring town. The dead man, जो कि formerly एक warrior थे, declines to command his troops into battle for such a cause. ये dead man जो कि एक warrior थे, कहते हैं कि किसी भी pointless reason की वजह से I do not want to start a war. War is nothing but destruction of human life and property. So without any reason, I'll not go for it. This dead man, who was a warrior once upon a time, is castrated. Warrior's pregnant wife, who is the dead woman from the part 1, dies shortly after the warrior is castrated and is sold into slavery as a punishment for his rebellion. The fate of the warrior and his wife is witnessed by the ancestors of Demoke, Rola, Adenebe and Egoberoko. इन चारों लोगों को भी इसीलिए बुलाया जाता है कि they were the silent witness of the fate of these two people. They could do a lot of things, but they did not. Demoke, Rola, Adenebe and Egoberoko, जो कि previous life में court poet थे. Madame Rola was Madame Tortoise, the court historian and the soothsayer respectively. इन सबको बुलाया जाता है और दिखाया जाता है कि किस तरीके से because of you, only because of you, these people suffered. ये सारे कैरेक्टर्स जो कि फर्स्ट पार्ट में अपीयर हुए थे, ये सब दिखाए जाते हैं कि ये कोर्ट काउंसलर है माता करीबू के इन दी पास्ट लाइफ, 800 साल पहले लगभग. They are seen as the court counselors of Caribou and they do not help the soldier. इस soldier को, इनकी wife को, इनमें से कोई भी help नहीं करता. They could do it. The soldier is castrated, as I told you, and is given to a slave dealer. The scene ends as the soldier's wife comes in pregnant. The scene moves back to the present. In the present time, the forests are put on fire out by humans with a petrol truck. और फॉरेस्ट गॉड, फॉरेस्ट हेड अपीयर होते हैं और वो कहते हैं कि उन्होंने ये सब क्रिएट किया. He must pierce the encrustation of soul deadening habit. Encrustation is covering. लोगों की बॉडीज पर, लोगों की सोल पर ऐसा कवर चढ़ गया है कि उनकी सोल डेड फील होती है. ऑल दीज पीपल, इनके अंदर कोई सोल नहीं थी जो कि रोक सकते थे कैस्ट्रेशन ऑफ दिस सोल्जर एंड द बैड फेट ऑफ हिज pregnant wife, but they just kept on watching. They did not do anything. इन सबको एक मिरर दिखाना चाहते थे हमारे फॉरेस्ट हेड. So Forest Head says that this is the final scene of the play and his statement reveals his desire for human beings to improve himself. कहीं ना कहीं वो चाहते हैं कि human beings को खुद को improve करने की ज़रूरत है, लेकिन वो ये भी जानते हैं कि this hope is not fruitful, this hope is futile. लोग शायद अपने आप को improve नहीं करेंगे as much as longer their purpose are being sought. अगर कोई person खुद happy है तो they will never ever see what wrong is being done with the other person. It represents the ways that the spirits of nature की जो भी spirit है, forest की spirit, किसी river की spirit, किसी भी nature entity की spirit, ये जानते हैं कि human beings में यकीन करना, human beings की abilities में believe करना कि they will improve themselves, it is completely futile. Forest Head exits knowing that he is alone in his fight. मैं इस fight में अकेला ही हूँ. Human beings को जितना मर्जी आप implore करिए, they are not going to improve. And Demoke joins his father and the other mortals and they discuss what they have learned. मौके उनके फादर और बाकी सब लोग एक साथ इकट्ठा होते हैं और फिर सोचते हैं कि क्या गलत और क्या सही हुआ था when they witnessed the fate of dead man and dead women. This is the major theme of the play, corruption. The play's major theme is corrupted power, specifically those who are in power and they are corrupted, which is best illustrated by the characters of Mata Karibu and Madame Tortoise. As we return to the king's palace, as we go back to that 800 years, we observe that Madame Tortoise uses her sexuality to dominate men and Mata Karibu does anything ruthlessly without thinking. Mata Karibu orders his people to battle against their better judgment. If a soldier, if a great warrior is saying that this war is futile, then also he is being pressurized to go for that war and that Mata Karibu ruthlessly punishes them is a sign of corruption. The readers learn from Wole Soyinka's novel that power is corruptible and that just because someone is in a position of authority does not imply that they are morally upright or ethical. कोई अगर पावर में है, बहुत हाई प्रोफाइल प्रोमिनेंट पॉलिटिकल पोजीशन में है, that does not mean कि whatsoever decision that person is taking that is right or ethical, but everyone around them, all the subordinates just follow them and do not raise a voice against any kind of injustice. So that is it for this part of the video. You may join the class to cover the topics in detail along with the PDF and live sessions. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for exam and please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel.